Okay, so welcome everybody. All right, so we have the full moon in Libra today, and it's right now actually. So the full moon is completely full right now in Libra. So so the moon is in Libra, and Libra is a sign of relationships. So this full moon really highlights relationships. So if you've been feeling, a little, shaky and not balanced, within yourself, or if you've been having problems with, in your relationships, either with family, friends, partners, this full moon magnifies all of that. So whatever you're feeling gets magnified. If you're feeling really good, it gets magnified. If you're feeling really bad, it gets magnified. And there can also be lots of fights and arguments at this time as well, because everything gets magnified, and emotions are really magnified right now. So the moon is in Libra, and it's very accommodating and quickly picks on the moods and needs of others. So the Sun, Venus, and Chiron are in Aries right now, right? Aries is a very strong fire sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac, and they're concerned with the self, not with others. So the full moon in Libra opposite the planets in Aries will create a conflict between our need to be in relationships and our need to be true to ourselves. So this is something that we all need to look at right now. We need to look at the relationship that we have, with ourselves, and the relationship that we have with other people. And it's all about finding that balance. And of course, the most important thing is to find that balance within yourself first, and then to find that balance with the other people in your life as well. But of course, in order to be able to find that balance with other people, you have to find that balance within yourself first. So the fear of losing our identity can make us afraid of relationships. And even when we get involved with someone, we tend to dominate them so we can get things our way. So so there can be lots of fears around relationships right now as well. So Libra is the sign of the other. So having relationships with other people, any type of relationship, is a vital survival skill. Especially now, relationships are really important right now. So too much focus on our partners, Libra, and we can lose ourselves and stop trusting our instincts, which is more of an Aries feature. So when we rely too much on other people, we can develop codependency issues. And codependency, can come up a lot in relationships. And of course, having a healthy balance between me and the other is key right now. So a full moon in Libra by itself does a pretty good job at reconciling the me versus other conflict. But the Sun, Venus, Chiron conjunction in Aries will take this process one level deeper, helping us to get to the root of our wounding. Chiron has a special relationship with Aries and Libra. It spends the longest time in Aries and the shortest time in Libra. So the Aries-Libra axis is a Chiron-sensitive axis. This means that Chiron understands very well the dynamics of this polarity axis. And Chiron is the wounded healer, right? So this is something that's being highlighted right now. So it's a time to look at our wounds, like reflect on those wounds, and whatever wounds you have, it's, it will come to the surface. And, whenever a wound comes to the surface, it's a good thing, because then you get more awareness of it, and then you can heal it. You can find different ways to heal those wounds. And the thing is that many times we try to ignore the wounds and we try to push back the wounds, but whatever is not healed inside of you will come out in different ways. So so it's better to heal those wounds, so then that they don't sabotage you or sabotage your relationships. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So of course you always have to heal yourself first, and then you'll be able to heal other relationships in your life as well. So in fact, we can only find out who we are when we interact with other people. We learn about ourselves and about the world through our one-on-one relationships. You know, like relationships are the biggest you know, the biggest lessons, you know, the biggest lessons that we learn about ourselves and, you know, about our partners and about being in relationships. You know, we learn so much. We learn so much. And our partner or spouse, friend, therapist, etc., is a mirror for us, and we are a mirror for them. So in a relationship, we bounce back words, ideas, and feelings. And is this one-on-one interaction that keeps us sane and in check with reality. So we always act as mirrors for each other, right? And many times, especially in a relationship, when you have a partner, if there's something that your partner does that really annoys you, there, in a way, it's mirroring something back to you, because many times you can also have the traits that are annoying you a lot about your partner, and you don't even realize it, right? So yeah, so in relationships, there's always some kind of mirror effect happening in relationships, which is really interesting. And we are wired to find wholeness through others. And the Chiron flavored full moon in Libra will give us a profound understanding of what it means to be whole. So this is all about feeling complete and whole within yourself first, right? Because you need to feel complete and whole in yourself to then be able to find somebody else that feels complete and whole. So, you know, all these sayings of, you know, you complete me and you're my other half, those things are all wrong, because nobody else can complete you. You need to feel complete and whole within yourself first to then be able to share that with somebody else. And this full moon really highlights that. This full moon really highlights the concept of feeling complete and whole within yourself. Chiron conjunct Sun and Venus will expose all our vulnerabilities, asking us to get real and show up as we are, without masks or filters. So yeah, so it's time to put down the masks, right? And now, you know, it's not only the, you know, the masks that we wear, but it's like literally the masks that we have to wear out in the world as well. And the moon in Libra will remind us that we can only find wholeness in the inherent duality of a relationship with another. So yeah, so this is all about feeling whole and complete within yourself to then be able to have, you know, better relationships with everybody in your life, whether it's, you know, friends, family, or a partner. So so these are some questions for to reflect on for the full moon in Libra. How do I find myself through my relationships? You know, everybody, like, it's probably a good idea to write all these questions down, and then we can have a discussion about these questions. So how do I find myself through my relationships? Which personality traits do I keep attracting in my partners? What are the benefits of healthy conflict and being vulnerable? And how do I care about others and still show up as I truly am? That's a really big one. That's a really big one. You know, because of course you always have to take care of yourself first, just like in the plane. You know, they say, you know, if something happens in the plane, you need to put your mask on first, and then you can help others. You know, you can help, you know, children or other people. Well, it's the same thing. You know, that applies to everything in life. You always have to take care of yourself first to then be able to take care of others. So yeah, so how do I find myself through my relationships? Which personality traits do I keep attracting in my partners? This is a really big one as well, because Many times in relationships, you know, we tend to attract the same kind of partners. We tend to that have the same kind of traits, even if they're different people, right? So we tend to to repeat the same cycles, right? And if you're repeating a cycle that's not good for you, the way to break a cycle is first you need to have awareness of that cycle, right? You can only stop doing something that you're aware of. So when you become aware of a cycle, then you make a conscious decision and a conscious choice to do things differently, you know, to break that cycle and to break that pattern. So that's something good to think about now as well. And what are the benefits of healthy conflict and being vulnerable? That's another good one. And again, how do I care about others and still show up as I truly am? So these are some really good questions to think about now in this full moon, and this is something, you know, that we can discuss as well. So yeah, so that's the end of that's the end of my presentation. So I'm gonna stop sharing here now, and then I'll stop the recording now.